Hello, and welcome to Behind the Closet, a show where I talk to you from, behind the closet. The thing is, when I started this show, I really, my whole intent for this podcast or this show was to help myself. I feel lost. This is just the truth. I try to pretend I am in control, or I try to pretend I am feeling better than before and I'm not having those, thoughts and problems that I usually used to have. But the truth is, I feel as lost as ever. And this is the only thing I can do. Coming here, talking, just getting it out. Because, we're in a very lonely generation, in a very lonely time. Most of us, we really don't have anyone to talk to. And, I really don't have the access to a therapist anymore either because I just don't have as much money. And, you know, life seems very disappointing right now. Like, it's so easy to fall into despair and just have nothing to aspire to. The outlook doesn't look very bright. I see the future and it's not very bright. It feels as if we are entering into a new time and we can already feel like pieces of it and it doesn't feel very good. So, it's at times of despair such as this that you need to keep hope for a better future. That's something that I am struggling with right now. Today was the first day of the new year. And, I started it with so much despair. I think this was one of, probably the most depressing day I had, during the whole past year. And I just suddenly started thinking about how focused I am on negativity because I tell myself like I am smart and I tell myself that I know what's good for me and I should be focusing on the good stuff, but somehow I'm always focusing on the lack. Like I was thinking about how every time I'm thinking about other people, I'm noticing the things that they have and I don't have, which, is also because I'm very loving towards others. And each time I'm looking at someone, I truly see the beauty in them. I'm always praising them and giving them love in a way that is completely unbound, limitless. I don't expect anything from these people. I don't want them to act in a certain way. I look at them and I truly accept them. And I'm just like, oh my god, they're so amazing. They have this talent in talking to people, or they have this talent in always being steady. I always find what is so good about them and I praise that thing. But then I never do that thing about myself. Like, I'm always romanticizing other people's lives, especially my friends' lives. They're always telling me I can't even trust when you are complimenting me anymore because you compliment me all the time. You're telling me I'm beautiful all the time and I'm successful and I'm pretty and all these things. How can I trust you? And I tell them, because you are that all the time. I don't see you ever failing. Like, I love you as my friend and I look at you and I never see you making mistakes. I always just see you as learning. I'm that compassionate friend and I'm not faking it. I'm truly like looking at you. And everything that you do, every mistake along the way just seems like something you had to learn and it made you a better, more resilient and stronger person that I can relate to and learn from. And that makes you so much more amazing. And I can never, ever look at you and think, oh, that made me like them less. Even the thing that might seem like bad stuff, I don't care. I don't care because I am on your side. I look at your story and I look that everything that you do for a reason. And I can back you up because so every time every time my friends are, worried that they're doing something wrong, which happens a lot because my friends are female and women were taught to always be very critical of themselves. Every time one of my friends come to me with such a um, worry that they're not doing enough, or they're making so much mistake, or they're not good enough, I see it so obviously that that worry is not true. And I look at them in the eye and I hold their head. I'm just like, listen to me, listen to me. What you're doing right now, if a man did it, he would be a hero. He would be handed flowers by everybody. He would be a prodigy. You do it like it's normal, and you still are hard on yourself. Like, you are amazing. I am seeing your path, and you are amazing. And I don't know how you do the stuff that you do, but you have to recognize that there is nothing in the future. Like, there is no more recognition in the future. It's right now. You're being amazing on whatever plane that you are. Like, I'm pretty sure if you are one of the um perfectionist gang, when you look back at your like teenage self, you can actually see what they did was pretty amazing. Like, in whatever context, just go look at the 14-year-old you, 16-year-old you. They were probably like having a lot of hardships in their lives, but they were doing amazing for what the cards that they've been given. And I'm pretty sure at that age you didn't know that about yourself. So you get to look at yourself with grace the more that you grow up. Because the more that you grow up, the easier it gets to look at things objectively, not with a lens of self criticism, which shows to you that giving yourself the grace is actually the realistic approach. Because some people think it's like delusional. It's so delusional to love yourself and see the best possibility and just be so kind to yourself. It's so delusional to think that I am doing my best so the universe will back me up. I am doing my best, so I will get the reward. Yes, I do deserve everything good because I am a good person. And each moment of my life, I am trying to do the right thing, even if it's the hardest thing. Like, yes, I am going through life without harming people or like the least amount of harm that I can do. Even though I'm not perfect, I make mistakes. I know that I am doing my best and I'm trying so hard. So, yes, I do deserve that. It's not illogical to think that, but that's what we think. We think it's so like factual. And if I'm always criticizing myself and if I'm like being so critical of myself, that is smart. Like, I'm being very factual. And if I'm being so kind to myself, I'm being delulu. When it's completely upside down, like, I don't know how else to tell you this. And I realized how no one is comfortable with the kind of love that I give. Because, the kind of love that I give, it's just something that I do. It's like a gift that I have. And it's loving people just so boundlessly, so limitlessly, like without any expectations. I just look at someone and I'm like, oh my god, you're so amazing. And I don't care what is so bad about you. I don't care what you are so ashamed about because I look at you and I see the shame in your eyes, but I don't care for it. I don't care what got you so caught up in your head and what got you thinking that you deserve pain. I don't care for that. I love you. I love you so much and I don't care about anything that you do after that. Like, you don't have any responsibilities. This is a type of love that I bring to the table with almost anybody. Like, not just romantic, just any friends, anyone that I care about. I give them this sort of love. And you know what? Most people are very scared of it. Most people are very scared of it. And most people, once they see I give this kind of love so effortlessly, they get scared. And the thing is, I get them because I don't even give it to myself. because I would be scared if I gave it to myself. Like, the truth of the matter is, we are so afraid of such boundlessness. And I think that's that's like your kryptonite. That's your weakness. That's like, I was so goated and I was so powerful that I had to be nerfed by this. Because if I wasn't nerfed by, criticizing myself and always seeing myself in the wrong, I would actually be pretty amazing. Like, other people aren't more amazing than you. Those people who are actually successful, they are not more amazing and powerful than you. They are just audacious enough to do it. And why are they audacious, you ask? It's because they actually love and accept themselves. They know if they make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. Whereas you, if you make a mistake, it is the end of the world for you. It will be so heavy. So, like, what do you think would happen? You make a scenario where it's impossible for, like, we do it. Like, I actually do it. I make life a trap that every step along the way, there are possibilities of mistakes, and if I do those mistakes, I abandon myself. Like, I judge myself. I don't give myself the grace. And then I am shocked when the world does that to me too. Like, I expect the world to be like this. What was I expecting? That's ridiculous. Like, I'm I believe this in this sentence wholeheartedly. How you do one thing is how you do everything. I always say this to myself, and it's very important because if you want another reality, you can just get up and do one thing differently and realize that how this can lead to like a domino effect where this one thing that you do is appearing in everything. It's much more deeper than that, but just as a short definition for it, that would be the definition for it. And, you know, I think that's what I want to bring into 2026. Giving myself the grace and love the way I give it to other people. Because, this sort of love that I give is so unheard of that most people don't even believe in it. If you're one of the caring empaths that exist in this world, and you might feel naive, you might feel like you are wrong for loving this way. People actually do shame you for loving this way. It doesn't seem right to love people like this. And I think it can become a superpower because I can just be like that for myself. And, I actively choose to not be. But this is what I want for 2026 because it's like I have this goated superpower that I'm just not using. Us empaths, us caring people, we can be really kind and loving, but we end up not being like that to ourselves. Well, that's just insane. And we can just be kind to ourselves in the hope that we could be kinder to other people. Like, I think it's your duty to be kind to yourself. Because as long as you're not kind to yourself, you're not using your full capacity to be kind to other people. So I order you, I order you just to be the nicest person ever. You have to be nice to yourself first. And yeah, this is like my pinky promise with you in 2026. I'm all for romanticizing our own life. I'm all for seeing the best in everything. Just be the friend that you are to other people. Like, if I was someone else's friend, I'm genuinely like just picturing it. If I was another person and she was my friend, I would just look at them and be like, oh my god, girl, Like, you had so much trauma and such a difficult environment. And oh my god, how did you come out of that? And how are you here right now? Like, that seems insane to me. You are so strong, actually. And like, just from what you did in your teenagehood and your like early 20s, I think you already did enough. Like, I think you already did enough. You worked as much as people do, like, in a lifetime. You accomplish what people accomplish in a lifetime. Those accomplishments might not be, very physical, like not very approved by the world, maybe. Like, you might not have a resume of working somewhere or like accomplishing, winning like a contest or something, but you stayed alive where like everything in your environment was against you. Like, you survived a like hostile, dangerous environment that shouldn't have kept you living. And that is an accomplishment. And like anything after that, any mistake you make after that, like, ooh, that is forgivable. Like, girl, chill. Like, sometimes I just have to remind myself that, I go out and I'm not perfect and I'm like making these mistakes, whatever mistakes, like social mistakes or just not knowing anything about the world, or like just messing up something. And I'm like giving myself such a hard time, and then I'm like, girl, like, look at your life. How are you even alive like that right now? Like, and now you don't know how to hold a job? Of course you don't. Why would you? Like, you never had a job. You never were living, you never had these experiences that would give you knowledge on this new thing. So why would you know? Like, of course you don't know. That makes no sense. Why are you beating yourself up over something that doesn't even make sense? It's so stupid. And just realizing that it makes sense. Whatever I'm doing, it makes sense. And I come back to the sentence of how you do one thing is how you do everything. I know that every one thing that I do every day is trying so hard. It's trying so hard, working so hard. So even if I make any mistakes, I know that how I'm doing everything is working so hard. So even if I'm making mistakes, it's not out of laziness. It's not out of not trying. It's from just the task being so hard and so difficult, and for me to try it again and again is fine. So yeah, girls, I know what our task is for 2026. It's giving ourselves, like, hold my hand right now. We're promising ourselves to giving ourselves grace in 2026, giving ourselves love and acceptance, and realizing whatever happens to you is the law. This is also very important, like, PSI, like, last part of the video, I want to get into this as well, because the experiences of women and like minorities, just any minority, racial minorities, like, our experiences have been deemed as the not normal. Like, there is a normal, which is the white, able man, like cis man, able white man, and every other experience is not normal. So like, we have people like us who, like, we see all the colors, and then we have people who are color blind and they don't see all the colors. And like, we don't know if maybe they're seeing the reality. But no, we have a normal, and the normal is the most people that are experiencing something. And I, as a neurodivergent person, as an autistic ADHD person, I know this firsthand, especially as a woman, especially as a queer person. I know this very firsthand experience where you don't believe your own experiences because they're not normal. Like, there is this normal that is taught, and you're not that. So whatever you're experiencing is not true. You constantly undermine yourself because you're not adhering to the normal. And that's insane to me. But also, you gotta realize that your word is the law. Like the white man never goes about their life and questioning their experiences. The white man gets a headache and they're like, oh, I'm sick. I gotta call sick to work and I can't go. Like, that's it, period. They don't they don't doubt their experiences because they go to the doctor. If they have a problem, they're right. The white man experience is right, is correct, it's the correct experience. They never question themselves. But you, as a minority, the more minorities like you have, the more it is like that. That you constantly undermine your experience. And if you know, you know, and if you don't know, I have no way of explaining it to you. But as a minority, you go through life feeling like your experience is invalid. If you're tired and you need a lot of sleep, like more than 8 hours of sleep, you don't take that as, oh, okay, I guess I need like 13 hours of sleep. I guess that's normal. Like, I did my blood works, I did everything, and it appears that I just need 13 hours of sleep. No problem. No, you don't think that. You think the media told me 8 hours. That is the time that I need to be sleeping. Why am I sleeping 13 hours? I'm wrong. I'm broken. I need to fix myself. I have to shape myself into the box that I don't fit in. And that is the experience of, any minority, especially neurodivergence. But I'm here to tell you, if you're a minority, whatever you feel is law. Like, if you think something is happening, you have to honor that. Your body is not lying to you. That's something that doctors try to tell you. Like, you go to them with pain, debilitating pain, and they're like, oh, I'm sure it's not that bad. I'm sure you're being like too not okay with it. Like, you're not taking the pain. You're being sassy about it. You're like, it's your problem. The pain isn't bad. They don't believe you. That's something that you learn. But I'm here to tell you, if you feel something, it is correct. If you feel like you can't do anything, if you feel like you don't have energy, it's because you're correct. You don't have it. You can't gaslight yourself into having more energy. You can't tell yourself, oh no, I have to have energy. Everyone has it. Like, why don't I? Why am I so lazy? Like, if you experience something, guess what? That is your experience. It's exactly like that dress that some people saw it blue and black, and some other people saw it white and gold. It's like that, but just on steroid. Because, at that time, it was one picture. People deciphered it in two different ways, but since it was almost 50-50, no one was a minority, so no one would doubt themselves. But imagine that on steroid. Like, everyone in the world is saying the dress is gold and white, but you're seeing it at its actual color, which is black and blue. And you're the only one. Everyone else is seeing it in that color, and you're gonna feel stupid for feeling that because nobody believes you. But I'm telling you, you gotta believe yourself first. You gotta be that friend who sees you objectively and loves you and doesn't judge you and sees you and accepts you, because nobody else will. And that is the only thing we need in 2026. We don't need a rebrand. We don't need like 1,000 mood boards and 1,000 techniques and different things. I think genuinely, if all of us just had that approach to ourselves, like, I am my own best friend. I am my own kid. I am my own lover. Like, I am my first biggest fan. If you have that, you can't fail. Like, you have the blueprint. You have your own subconscious. If you truly want the best for yourself, you will get it. The problem is, most of us in the first step are having a challenge with wanting the best for ourselves. We think we deserve failure and not success, and that is the problem, and the only problem only. Thank you for listening. I hope we can do this in 2026. I'm uploading this right tonight. But yeah, um, we're gonna we're gonna have a good year. Mm, bye bye.